In this video, we're going to check out how to get started with Autotune Realtime X, a UAD2 plugin that gives you industry-standard pitch correction in real time with near-zero latency on any Apollo interface. The simple, intuitive controls let you dial in everything from subtle, transparent pitch correction as heard on every major release today, all the way to the infamous, glitchy, hard-tuned effects that Autotune first became known for. Autotune Realtime X features a redesigned interface that puts the most important controls front and center so you can dial in your sound quickly and get to recording. Plus, all new features like a mix control, undo and redo buttons, and dark mode. Let's dive in and check it out. If you've never used Autotune before, there's a few things you'll need to do to set it up before you start recording or mixing. First, you'll need to set the input according to the type of audio that you're feeding into the plugin. For vocals, there's soprano, alto tenor, and low male options. And there's also a dedicated instrument option, which is great for things like guitar and horns. For all input types, you'll get the best results with clean, monophonic tracks like solo vocals or instruments. And be sure to load Autotune before any stereo effects like delay, reverb, or modulation. Next, and most importantly, you'll need to set the key and scale of your song. This tells Autotune which notes to tune the audio to and which notes to avoid. If you don't know the key or scale of your song, you can select Chromatic to tune the audio to the closest note in the 12-tone scale, which can be great if your song doesn't fit perfectly into a single scale, but isn't the best option if you're going for a more creative effect. You can also use Auto Key, which is a separate plugin from Antares that automatically detects the key and scale of your song and passes it to the Autotune plugin. Just make sure that the Auto Key button is enabled in Autotune Realtime X before clicking the Send button in Auto Key. Once you've selected your input type, key, and scale, the plugin is ready to start tuning. Let's hear what it sounds like just with the default settings.
Yeah, I've been to the deep end, trying not to freak out. I just wanna feel like I'm okay, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah.
So you can see that the plugin is already doing its thing and pulling certain notes up or down to get them in key. And from here, we can start adjusting the settings to change the sound of the tuning effect. The one setting that has the biggest overall impact on the sound is Retune Speed. Retune Speed controls how quickly the tuning is applied, and essentially lets you make the sound more natural or more robotic depending on what you're going for. The default setting of 20 sounds pretty natural on this hook, but for tuning a more dynamic vocal performance with lots of vibrato, I might bump this up to 30 or even higher to maintain more of those expressive pitch deviations and make the effect really transparent. Now, if you want to go the other way and lean into the sound of the tuning for creative effect, lower retune speeds will give you a more unnatural, robotic sound, and bringing the speed all the way down to 0 will give you the infamous auto-tune effect. Let's hear that same example again, but this time I'll gradually lower the retune speed so you can hear how the sound changes.
Yeah, I've been to the deep end, trying not to freak out. I just wanna feel like I'm okay, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah. Ooh, I've been to the dark side, sick of all the hard times. I just wanna feel like I'm okay, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah, baby, I'm okay, hey, yeah.
Now, if you're into that glitchy, hard-tuned sound, you should also check out Classic Mode, which uses the Autotune 5 algorithm for a subtly brighter and more pronounced version of the effect. The second most important control for changing the sound of the effect is FlexTune, which is crucial for getting a more natural sound. FlexTune lets you preserve more of the singer's natural deviations in pitch by essentially raising the threshold for which notes will be tuned. With FlexTune at 0, every note is pulled towards the closest note in the scale. But with higher FlexTune settings, more expressive pitch variation is allowed through, and pitch correction is only applied as the singer gets closer to one of the scale notes. Let's check out another vocal example with a little more expression and vibrato so we can hear how raising FlexTune changes the effect.
Everywhere I turn, I see love. Still I've yet to learn how to love myself, and then perhaps I'll finally have some for all those around me. Soon I'll find.
Now on the right side of the interface, there's two other controls which can help make the effect more transparent and natural: Humanize and Natural Vibrato. Now if you're using Autotune on a rap vocal, you probably won't find much use for these controls, but they can be super helpful when working with more dynamic vocal performances that include a mix of short and long notes and lots of vibrato. Humanize lets you maintain some realism on sustained notes when using faster retune speeds, by dynamically slowing down the retune speed only during longer notes. This means shorter notes are still tuned quickly and kept in tune, but longer notes are allowed a little more variation so they don't sound unnaturally static. Let's switch to a different example and then hear what it sounds like when I raise the Humanize control.
I love the way your meaning voice, your hate and your touch. The way you yell and spit my name, it's toxic, but I'm used to it being this way. So I'll find the beauty in calling you.
The natural vibrato control lets you either expand or limit the range of vibrato that's already present in the vocal performance. Negative settings will make the singer's vibrato less noticeable, while higher settings will accentuate it. Let's hear what it sounds like when I raise this control to make the vibrato in this recording even more apparent.
It's toxic, but I'm used to it being this way. So I'll find the beauty in calling you.
Now, if the singer didn't use vibrato in their performance, but you want to add some after the fact, there's also a vibrato section in the advanced panel where you can create vibrato that affects any combination of pitch, volume, and formants. So that covers all of the most important settings in Autotune Realtime X that will help you stay in tune and tailor the sound of the effect to your style. There's also a few other advanced settings that we won't cover in this video, like the tracking knob that can help you get better tuning results on audio with lots of background noise, the mix knob which lets you blend some of the dry signal in with the tuned audio, and the scale page in the advanced panel that lets you manually add, remove, or bypass certain scale notes in case your song doesn't fit into one of the preset scales. For in-depth info on these features and more, check out the product manual at help.uaudio.com and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like these. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.